one of the things that we want to consider is the law of diminishing returns. There's a point at which more is too much. Now, some of you, if you're in the room for the first time, I'm going to go over this very quickly. So here's what we're talking about. Let's say this is January's payment. We make January's payment. We give the bank $550. We're paid down to here, $349,449. That's the principal balance on line one. All right. The bank uses this number, principal balance, to figure out how much interest we'll pay on line two. So here's what I need you to take a look at. How much principal will, if we start in January, how much principal will we pay in February? That would be the $552.43. My question is, do we have to wait till February to give the bank the $552.43? The answer is no. If we had it, now you can pay any amount towards principal. I'm just picking out this number. This is not the P.I.L.L method. This is just understanding how loans work. All right. So we gave the bank $552.43 early. Then in January, then we're paid down to line two in January. How about that? All right. And if we're paid down to line two in January, our next mortgage payment for February is actually on line three of the schedule. So what just happened? For $552.43, we got rid of line two on the amortization schedule. Payment number one is now touching payment number three. And the interest cost, the $1,019.23 on line two, has been eliminated. We've canceled that interest. We never have to pay that. Okay. That's what interest cancellation is all about. So now here's what we also know. If we take all the principal payments and add them up for a year, that's $6,716.99. But if we do it the bank's way, we also have to give the bank $12,142.93 in interest. So what we're trying to figure out is, when we save up our money, and we are saying save up some money and apply lump sums, there is a particular point at which we want to stop saving and apply the money, depending on how your business functions or how your family finances function. All right. So there are thousands of different scenarios here, but I'm only going to give you two. You can prepay line 12, the $67,1699, or line 24, the $13,672.89. So those are your two choices. And I'm going to put a calculator on the screen to go over this. What we want to know is, if I do one and not the other, how much interest am I saving per dollar? So if I prepay this, I'm paid down to line 12 in just 1 month. What happens to all that interest payment? If I can get rid of one, look how many I can get. That's almost $12,000 I'm getting rid of, just because I gave the bank the $6,700 all at one time instead of over 12 monthly installments. Okay. So let's just say now what we're actually saving is the $11,140.03. That's what we're actually saving. But just for this illustration, for simplicity's sake, let's just say we're saving that. And on line 24, if we want to prepay this, we're saving this. Okay. So we're going to put that on the screen and we're going to do the math. So if I have $12,142.93 in interest savings, and I divide by my payment of $6,716.99, okay, I get $1.80. 1.807, almost $1.81, almost $1.81. That's $1.80. Now, here's what we just found out. If for doing this, I could save $1.80 for every dollar I put on principal at this juncture. Ooh, that's pretty good return on your money. So if you gave me $1 and I gave you $1.80 back, how many times would you guys do that? That's what's happening here. And the bank has to do exactly the same thing. You give them $1 in extra principal here, they cannot charge you $1.80 in interest. Pretty good investment here. I love this investment. saving interest money using $1. Okay. So now let's take a look at line 24. So if we're going to put in the $24,046.95, and we're going to divide that by the 13,672. 13,672.89. So here's our two choices. You can prepay line 12 or line 24. Most people would say, if I had plenty of money, let's do line 24. But here's what happens. Now we're saving $1.75 per dollar. So my friends, if you could save $1.80 per dollar, should you ever accept $1.75 in interest savings per dollar? So it matters how much money you apply, what month you do it in, what day of the month you do it on, and which loan you attack, because you want the optimum amount of interest savings each time you make a move. I hope that answers the question.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life, and it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L.L method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.